Easy peasy, guys, right? What could go wrong? I do have a checklist I made that I'm going to follow. I will post this somewhere, a link, or maybe a link to my Corvette forum page. I don't know what I'll do. And then page 2 just has all the torque settings that I'm going to need for this. So I shouldn't have to waste time looking everything up. This is the bolt pattern for the cover, but I've already done the cover. I'm going to put this in as one unit. I am going to follow these steps, so pretty much I've only done the first 5, and this is all just prep work. Step 6 through 20 is the actual project itself. I will update or make changes to this before I put out my final draft. Alright, so the next steps are to remove the C-beam and to remove the drive shaft. And in order to do that, the first thing you want to do is put some kind of support under the transmission. Now I used a block of wood so that I don't have any metal on metal, and I used just enough force. There's none, just till I hit the transmission with the wood. I didn't want to put any upward force on it. It doesn't need to be there. All this is to do is to keep the transmission from dropping once I remove the C-beam. Alright, so it looks like these C-beam bolts are all the same, whether you have a Dana 36 or a Dana 44, and whichever year, it doesn't seem to matter. The front bolts are 18 millimeter, the back bolts, the front bolts are 18 millimeter, and the back bolts are 21 millimeter. Like I said, the bolts go up through the bottom and the nut is on top, so you really have to reach around. Okay, I got the first nut out. The bolt is stuck in here. I can probably take it out. There we go. So there's the first nut and bolt. So again, I just put a box wrench on top. I'm using a gear wrench. So I'm using a gear wrench because it's flat and not angled like a normal box wrench. This caused some problems for clearance because of the angle of the wrench. The gear wrench is straight. I just need to think about which way I'm putting it on there. There we go. So now I gotta perform magic, get it to slip over the nut. Okay, the nut's loose. I can just wheel it right off. You don't have to sit there and try and fight for it for 15 minutes. You break that nut free and then you can just take it right off from the top. At least I could mine because I had already taken this off last year. Okay, so what I did was I'm doing the back one first. I took the open end of my box wrench. I'm able to go over the top of the bat wing. Okay, this one's good enough. Okay, so there's the rear bolt. Now with the rear bolt out, I can do the same approach to get at the forward nut. Okay, here's the other nut. Well, let me carefully pull this wrench out so it doesn't fall on my face. So to remove the straps, you need to go back and forth between putting the vehicle in neutral so you can rotate it, then taking it out of neutral or back into park so that you can break the bolts free. I would be very careful. I would not recommend using a ratchet style wrench, because if you over travel and you can't get the wrench off the bolt, you have no way of going backwards, the one revolution, so you have the clearance. So I would recommend using the box end to break it free and remove it most of the way. But I would switch to the open end once you get close. Okay, so here's one. The other strap is out, so as soon as I break this one free, I will be able to remove the drive shaft. And again, the drive shaft removal process will be simply sliding it forward, pulling the slip yoke out of the transmission. Okay, so this is the second strap. This will come out. I'm hoping I get lucky enough to where I don't remove the caps from the U-joints, because these are brand new U-joints. They don't have a lot of miles on them. Alright, let's see what happens here. Okay, so I slid it forward in the slip joint. I'm going to put it back. I'm going to get my electrical tape ready so I can tape the caps. Get my electrical tape ready so that I can tape the caps on the new joint. Okay, I will tape this better once I get it out of the car, but I don't want the caps to fall off the U-joints. So now I'm going to slip the drive shaft out of the front, the slip yoke, and let's see if any fluid comes out. Okay, no fluid came out, so I have just a little bit of an angle. I'm stuck in the back here on the parking brake, so I just need to come forward. Okay, the drive shaft is out of the car.